No. We are watching Batman. It's just called Batman, but everybody calls it Batman 89 or Batman 1989. Because honestly, yeah, it is kind of confusing just to call it Batman. I have seen this. But I don't remember anything. I remember this guy in Ace Chemicals, I believe. And I remember the scene of him dancing. And I remember this guy, obviously, iconically saying, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." That's about all I remember from this movie, because it's been a while since I've seen it. However, I believe this is Theo's, or one of Theo's, favorite Batman movies. So that's why we're watching it, for me to kind of get a refresher, but for Theo to kind of enjoy one of his favorite movies, I guess.
So this is my favorite Batman movie. It has been a while since I've seen it. So, because I did also just like recently watch Batman Begins for the first time. So obviously I'm still kind of in that Batman vein a little bit, but I really do like this one. This one's very, very fun. Very, very good. I like it a lot. I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait for you to, well, not watch it for the first time, but like really
invest in it.
Right. Sort of in a way.
I do remember, and I think last time you were here when we were watching Batman Returns, because Theo had not seen that, and there's a video of that. So if y'all want to see that, go see that on my channel. I did fact check something that you didn't realize in this movie, that Vicky Vale is in this movie. And you were like, wait, is she? And then you looked up and you're like, oh my God, she is. It's the blonde chick that he's like talking to in like Wayne Manor or whatever.
Okay.
You were like, I don't think that was Vicky Vale. And then you looked it up and you were like, oh my God, that's actually Vicky Vale.
Okay.
So
maybe I was mixing up her with someone else.
Or maybe I'm mixing it up or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know. So one of us is mixing something up. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, we're about to get into Batman 1989. Woo. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Winged freak terrorizes. Wait till they get a load of me.
Woo. All right, we're done with Batman 1989. I'm not gonna lie, this is a long movie, and 2 hours and 7 minutes. Which honestly, I thought it was like 2.5 hours, so I'm kind of shocked to see the 7 minutes there. But maybe it's not as long as I thought. But it drags. Like, it definitely is a slow movie. It's not a very fast movie at all. So I think that's why it felt very, very long. I'm tired. I was tired before we started the movie, so now I'm really tired. But yeah, this is the first time that I really like sat through and totally watched it through. It was not bad at all, but I definitely wouldn't say it's my favorite Batman. It's not even in like my top 5, I'd say. It's probably on the lower end for me when it comes to him as Batman. Batman Returns is definitely the one I favor, because I think it's just kind of a more fun and a little more fast paced than this. Mr. Jack Nicholson here as Joker. I understand. I think he's great, but if I'm being honest, this might be a hot take for Theo, and this might be a hot take to put on the internet. I understand it, I respect it, but I don't see the hype of him being like the greatest Joker. I don't see the hype. I think Heath Ledger obviously is a way better Joker. I honestly think Joaquin Phoenix is even a better Joker than him. But obviously, I'll put him over Jared Leto. He gets the pass over Jared Leto for sure. But I respect it, and I didn't dislike him at all, but I just don't see the hype of him being like this incredibly great version of the character, especially again when like Heath Ledger's version and Joaquin Phoenix's version exists. I was saying to Theo how it is kind of funny because I would not have imagined him doing this. I'm not like a huge Jack Nicholson fan. I'm not like a connoisseur of all of his movies. Honestly, the only other movie that I could think of that he really starred in that I've seen was The Shining, which I also remember not really liking. So maybe it's just I don't like Jack Nicholson that much. But I feel like he's a very serious actor. So him doing this where he is, the scene with the Prince song and he's dancing around and stuff, I said to Theo, I could not see him doing this in a million years. So maybe he just felt like doing something different, or maybe they just offered him a shit ton of money and backed up the Brinks truck to his house, and that's why he chose to do it. But I just didn't like see him doing it. But it is still cool that he did do it. And even though it's not like my favorite version of the character, it is still a good version of the character. Vicky Vale is in this movie, and you were confused on this, and I'm not gonna lie. For someone who loves this movie, I don't know how you could be confused because she is literally like the second main character of this movie, bro. So, I don't know why. Again, Batman Returns, he obviously like dies, but obviously people, there's different reasons for different characters coming back. So he's not even, from what I remember, even like mentioned in Batman Returns. Let alone does obviously he not show up. But more surprisingly, like Vicky Vale does not show up in Batman Returns at all. Again, maybe there's a throwaway line that I missed, but I don't remember her being mentioned or whatever, especially for how important she is to his character and how she's the huge love interest. It was kind of wild. I hate that we also don't have Billy D. Williams Billy D. Williams in Batman Returns. So I don't know. I don't know what the difference is between Batman and Batman Returns. What happened between probably Tim Burton and DC or Warner Brothers or whatever. But like this movie and that movie, obviously same universe, you could tell. But him and Alfred are like the only connecting pieces there. Everything else is completely different. There's really not like a ton that connects these two movies. So yeah, it is interesting because I would have liked to see like Vicky Vale show up and maybe there's some sort of triangle between him and Vicky Vale and Selena Kyle and things like that. It would have been cool to see maybe he somehow is still alive or he gets brought back. What I don't know, but to see him maybe hinted at in the second movie would have been cool. And of course, seeing like Billy D. Williams, to me that's such a missed opportunity for him to not continue to be the character and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty slow movie, but I didn't hate it. But also, it's not like my favorite Batman movie.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this movie. This, again, is one of my more favorite Batman movies. I think we're kind of polar opposites in the fact of, like, I have, like, Returns lower than, or on the lower end of, like, all my Batman movies in terms of, like, rankings and stuff like that, whereas this one I like a lot more. I do agree that it is a bit slow at times. I will give it that, but I think there's just a lot of fun to be had with this movie, and I feel like it's a very good adaptation of like comic to movie in that sort of sense. I feel like we've talked about this before in terms of like the Dark Knight trilogy and the Batman and stuff like that, where there's a lot of realism to it, and I think there's cool to come out of that, but at the same time it's like Batman is still like a comic character, and I think there's a lot of benefit to it being or feeling more like a comic movie than something that's more realistic, especially in terms of like Gotham City and the character of Gotham City. I feel like in this movie is far more accurate to the comics than other Batman movies that we've got, which I do really like.
This version of Gotham has the most character for sure.
Yes, for sure. And I do really enjoy that because I think it does bring a big benefit to Batman for that's the environment. And so if the environment is accurate, then there's a lot of accuracy with that as well. But I still really like this movie. I had a fun time watching it. We were cracking jokes, having pizza, good time.
Yeah, pizza got destroyed.
It got destroyed. It's a mess over there, but it was fun.
I do agree. I kind of wish we got to live in this version of Gotham more because I know we know how, okay, there's this movie and Batman Returns, and then we know Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are supposed to be the same universe, but I don't know because I haven't seen them in a while. We'll have to rewatch them. If the Gotham looks still Tim Burton-esque or if they changed it, I don't remember.
It's a bit similar. I think it's definitely more colorful, I'd say, than this was, but I think there's still kind of that gothic-ish.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe a video game or something, I would have loved to really live in this version of Gotham a little bit more than really like, again, even if those are in there, these two are really the ones that people remember and continue to watch and enjoy. So I do wish we could have lived in like the Tim Burton Gotham a little bit longer.
I do have a bit of a nostalgia for that as well, in kind of like the original Lego Batman game. A lot of that and its characters and like its story beats are references from like these Tim Burton movies and stuff like that. So
me and Grace played the shit out of that first one, dude.
The first one's incredible. I love that first one so much. It's one of the best Lego games. But yeah, fun time, good movie. Yeah, had a good time.
Awesome. All right, so that should be it. I don't like the way that he's looking at me. He looks insane in this movie. Whether he's got the white paint or he's got the skin paint,
the makeup over the makeup.
Anytime you see him, dude, he looks absolutely cooked, man. So they did a good job of making him look scary because I don't know if there's another version of Joker that I've seen that, like, I'm not really scared of Heath Ledger's version of Joker that much. Not really scared of Joaquin Phoenix's version. Definitely not scared of Jared Leto's version. I feel like I could kick Jared Leto's Joker's ass. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Heath Ledger might got it in terms of like.
I'd say a little bit. There, I will say there was like, this is rambling, but there was like a TikTok I saw a while ago of a guy that was like dressed up as him for Halloween, and I don't know if it was scary because it was scary or scary because it was like 2024 and it would look like a living Heath Ledger. In
Right.
A costume,
Yeah.
I did get a little bit of a jump scare because it was like, whoa, this is a person I haven't seen in this predicament on like TikTok, but it looked like actual Heath Ledger.
Right.
And it wasn't AI or anything. It was like just a guy that looks kind of like Heath Ledger, fully dressed as the Dark Knight's Joker. But yeah, man, I don't like the way he's looking at me. I feel like he's gonna jump out of the screen at me or something. Yeah, so we did a video where Theo watches Batman Returns. So if you watch this video, definitely go watch that because now it's kind of a sequel to watching this video. But we have a bunch more stuff coming. We got to watch Batman Forever again and Batman and Robin. We have still one like Power Rangers movie. We got to. There's a lot of stuff that we already filmed and a lot of stuff that we still have to film in months, as well as we obviously have our podcast, the Cousins of the Cosmos podcast. So go to the OTS Project YouTube channel to watch all of that. It should be on my channel. It should be a section that says like collaborated videos. You can find all of those because I make sure to collaborate with all of our channels so that it's all together and whatnot. So yeah, go check that out, and we will see y'all next time. Ba-da-da-da-da.